The topic that we have next on the chapter of variations is the topic of joint proportion or joint variation. Pay extra attention to this topic, for this is the most complex and the most irritating topic to understand when it comes to the chapter of variations. ये शायद chapter of variations का सबसे ज़्यादा tricky topic है और most of the students get this topic wrong in the first go. That's your topic of joint proportion. Let us understand by taking a very simple example. Let us say I've got a variable a and variable a varies directly with variable b. Also, variable b varies directly with variable c. Or can I say variable b varies jointly with a and c? Now, if variable a varies directly with b and variable b varies directly with c, then what is the relationship between variable a and variable c? Most of the students at this point go in for a very simplistic reasoning. What they say is that अगर वेरिएबल a बढ़ेगा तो वेरिएबल b बढ़ेगा, अब अगर वेरिएबल b बढ़ रहा है तो वेरिएबल c भी बढ़ना चाहिए, देयरफॉर वेरिएबल a के बढ़ने से वेरिएबल c भी बढ़ता है. Sounds reasonable, but it is wrong. It is wrong. Why? See, when we say that a is in direct proportion to b, we assume that everything else remains constant. So basically जब वेरिएबल a b के साथ डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन में है तो हम एज्यूम करते हैं उसके अलावा जितने भी वेरिएबल्स या फैक्टर्स हैं वो कांस्टेंट हैं. सो वेरिएबल c उस केस में कांस्टेंट है. नाउ व्हेन आई एम सेइंग वेरिएबल a varies directly with b, I am assuming that variable c is constant. And then when I'm saying variable b is directly proportional to variable c, I am assuming variable a is constant. If I have to establish the proportionality between a and c, I'll have to look it in a different way. वेरिएबल a के बढ़ने पे वेरिएबल b बढ़ना चाहिए. अब अगर वेरिएबल a के बढ़ने पे वेरिएबल b बढ़ता है तो इनका रिलेशन एस्टैब्लिश करने के लिए मुझे वेरिएबल b को कांस्टेंट रखना था. सो अगर वेरिएबल a के बढ़ने पे वेरिएबल b बढ़ता है और मैं इसको कांस्टेंट रखना चाहता हूं तो मुझे इस इंक्रीज को काउंटर करने के लिए वेरिएबल b की वैल्यू को डिक्रीज करना पड़ेगा. अब जब वेरिएबल b की वैल्यू डिक्रीज होगी तो क्योंकि b और c डायरेक्ट वेरिएशन में है तो वेरिएबल b की वैल्यू डिक्रीज होने से वेरिएबल c की वैल्यू भी डिक्रीज हो जाएगी. So as a result, what I am saying here is that variable a के increase से variable c decrease होता है. Therefore, variable a and variable c are in inverse variation. Sounds counterintuitive, but this is the correct relation here. If variable a is in direct variation with b and b is in direct variation with c, then a is in inverse variation with c. Again, sounds counterintuitive, but this is the correct funda here. Let's understand it using a very simple example. Let us say that the example that I'm considering is of the variables speed, distance, and time. Now we all are aware that speed is defined as distance by time. Now, if speed is defined as distance by time, from here, can I say speed is directly proportional to distance while speed is inversely proportional to time? Now, if I apply my original logic, which was by the way wrong, onto this example, let's see what happens. Can I say कि जो मेरा distance है वो speed के साथ directly vary करता है और speed time के साथ directly vary करती है. अगर हम इस relation से इसको solve करने का कोशिश करें तो जो result निकलेगा that would be distance varies inversely with time. So basically what I'm saying is that कि जो डिस्टेंस है वो टाइम के साथ इनवर्स वेरिएशन में या इनवर्स प्रोपोर्शन में है. दैट मीन्स जितना हम टाइम कम करेंगे उतना डिस्टेंस बढ़ जाएगा और जितना हम डिस्टेंस कम करेंगे उतना टाइम बढ़ जाएगा. नाउ डज दैट मेक एनी सेंस? नो, ऑफ कोर्स दिस इज रॉन्ग. द करेक्ट मेथड ऑफ इंटरप्रेटिंग द क्वेश्चन इज टू से दैट स्पीड वेरीज डायरेक्टली विद डिस्टेंस and speed varies inversely with time. Therefore, speed varies jointly with distance and time. Hopefully we are able to understand the concept of joint variation here. In a similar way, अगर यहाँ पे A B के साथ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल था और B C के साथ डायरेक्टली प्रोपोर्शनल था, the correct method of interpreting this thing was to say that B is in direct variation to A and B is in direct variation to C, therefore B varies directly with the product of A and C. So B varies jointly with the product of A and C. Now since B varies jointly with the product of A and C, यहाँ पे A और C प्रोडक्ट के टर्म्स में है, तो जब A और C प्रोडक्ट के टर्म्स में है तो इनका आपस में रिलेशन ऑटोमेटिकली इनवर्स वेरिएशन का बन जाएगा. Hopefully we are following this concept of joint proportion. Again, I like to reiterate the original thing. It is a tricky concept. Most of the students get this concept wrong in the first go. If you are still not clear, repeat this video. Go back to the starting of joint proportion and watch this video again as many times as you want, but make sure that you get the concept of joint proportion right.